Welcome back, everybody, to the 1987 Supermod. I'm your host, as always, Brad Drake, and this is my AWA save. Today is part 2 of our television tapings. These tapings will be for the 4th week of January 1988. I apologize last episode about my language. I got extremely upset, extremely angry at what I perceive as a screw job from TEW. So I'm going to do my best to be on better behavior for this show because I don't like using language like that and acting like that. Makes me look kind of silly, even though I'm sure it was funny and a lot of you got a good chuckle out of it. I was able to go in and re-download and re-upload pictures for the wrestlers whose pictures were missing. Again, I cannot explain how or why this happened and why those pictures disappeared. And I'm going to have to go through now to see the other wrestlers in the database whose pictures have just vanished and re-upload those also. It's a very strange situation. I can't explain it. I also can't explain why when I started my computer, all these files that I had previously deleted weeks and months ago, show episodes way back from like episode 75, why all of a sudden they were on my desktop again. I can't explain what happened. I don't understand. All right, we're going to go ahead and get rolling here with Championship Wrestling. Give you a quick rundown. Ali Khan is on the card. McDaniel and Von Raschke will be tagging again. Soldat Ustinov is in singles action. DJ Peterson's in singles action. Greg Gagne will once again defend the World Television title. Scott Hall's in action. The Midnight Express are going to work a tag match. And Sergeant Slaughter is in action here. Now, we are going to have to remove Mr. Saito from the main event. Now, I want to look back here and see if we had Iron Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter anytime recently in the main event. And I don't think we have. Yes, we did, right there. Iron Sheik versus Sergeant Slaughter back 2.5 months ago. We're going to go ahead and put them in the main event again. It's not going to hurt anything. And that is going to be our new main event. So we'll see how that does. That should give us an outstanding score, but we'll see with the way things have been going. Something is strange with TEW that they've really been burning us. So moving along to AllStar Wrestling, we're going to see Reggie Bennett in action. Dukes and Jammer are going to be in tag action. Tom Zink's working a match. Scott Steiner, Sheik Adnan al-Kaissey will be wrestling. Billy Robinson's going to be in action. Oliver and Summers are going to be working a tag match. And in our main event, it is going to be Dick Slater and Bobby Duncum versus Bob Backlund and Jerry Lawler. So right now I see a problem here, and we're going to make a change, and we're going to change this so we can't have 2 tag matches in a row. We're going to have Tom Bennett versus Doug Summers. And that'll do the trick for us. I'm glad I ran through that and found that. So let's go ahead and get rolling here. So our opener is going to be Butler versus Ali Khan. And of course, we're going to use our new TV enhancement option. And here is Steve Butler. His picture's still on there. That's good. And there is Ali Khan. His picture is also still there. So that's good. Ali Khan gets the win, of course. That one is booked up. Next, our tag match. Gibbs and Rizzo versus McDaniel and Von Raschke. And, of course, I haven't created the enhancement tag match yet, but we will. So there we go. That's setting the title. Terry Gibbs was a really good wrestler. And it's a shame he was strictly enhancement his whole career. I think he had a job outside of wrestling. And he just did enhancement matches part-time. I think that was his deal. Otherwise, he was a really talented guy. All right, Baron Von Raschke is going to get the win for his team here. And, of course, we know McDaniel and Von Raschke have been tagging for a while, and they're a good team. All right, Todd Becker is going to face Soldat Ustinov. And, of course, it's going to be our TV enhancement match. Thanks again to Jen for recommending this. I like it. It's a really good idea. So here we go. And imagine that I forgot. All right, it's Becker versus Ustinov. My problem when I'm recording these shows is I'm thinking like 10 steps ahead all the time. So I will forget stuff on short notice, and I can't help it. Maybe someday my brain will function better, but for right now, that's how it works. All right, Ellis versus DJ Peterson. This, again, we're going to go with our enhancement match. 3 minutes. Ron Ellis and DJ Peterson. There it is. DJ Peterson is going to get the win. He's a good athlete, good wrestler. Kenny Johnson's going to face Greg Gagne, and he's going to face him for the World Television title. And those of you that don't know, the original concept of the World TV title was to be defended on every television channel. I'm sorry, every television show. So it was frequently viewed. We're not going to do it every television show, but we're going to do it like every other television show. There's Ron Ellis. His picture's still there. There's Greg Gagne. It's going to be for the World TV title, of course. And Greg Gagne gets the win. I was just listening to a podcast earlier this week. Before I talk about that, yeah, we're stacked here for promos. We're going to give Scott Hall, it should be 5 minutes. Scott Hall should be able to get 5 minutes. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about Wrestle War. No, it wasn't Wrestle War 92. It was a WCW show that took place in 97. Slamboree. It was Slamboree. And there was a world television title match on there between Ultimo Dragon and Steve Regal, and it got rave reviews. And I think that was before I started watching wrestling again, so I don't remember that match. But I started watching wrestling again in the summer of 97. I had to take summer school. And a bunch of guys on the bus were big-time wrestling fans, and they were talking about the NWO and all this, and it got me watching wrestling again. And I remember telling my brother about it. My brother's like, oh, come on, man. We're too old for that stuff. And like 2 months later, my brother was watching wrestling again. But Steve Regal versus Ultimo Dragon, one hell of a match for the World TV title. All right, here we go again with the TV enhancement match and Fuller versus Hall. We have a lot of Toms. There's Tom Fuller. There is Scott Hall. And I have confirmed that Tom Renesto Jr. was the son of Tom Renesto, also known as Assassin Number 2. All right, here's a Larry Zbyszko promo. Hopefully we won't get hosed again. But I won't hold my breath. I mean, they can't keep screwing us, right? There's Larry Zbyszko, and there is Larry Nelson. And of course, he is talking about Nick Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens. They're both off screen and unrated, and Larry Zbyszko is going to be rated on microphone. So there we go. And we have Tom Burton and Young, Mark Young versus the Midnight Express. There will be no breakdancing. And I think it was another Tom, right? Tom Burton. Yep, one more Tom. And there's Mark Young. They're going to face Midnight Express. We're going to have Randy Rose get the win here on TV, give him a little bit of a rub. He needs it. And that one is booked. Sergeant Slaughter is going to cut a big promo here. And this one should score high. There's no reason that it shouldn't. But one must always be aware of the hidden TEW screw job. And of course, he's talking about none other than the Iron Sheik. And he's going to be rated on microphone also because he should be rated on microphone. It's a promo. And our main event here is the Iron Sheik versus Sergeant Slaughter. It should be able to go 16. And they have a hot feud going. Again, it's been 10 weeks since we saw them on TV. If it was modern day WWE, these two would have wrestled 57 times before the pay-per-view even happened. We're going to have a draw here. It's going to be a double DQ. And we're going to keep this feud going strong. All right, so we can even give it one more minute here and have it go 19 overall. And that's exactly what we're going to do. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. See how we do. I got a positive feeling this time, folks. I really do. I think my F-bomb sent out a message, and it's going to do something positive. Didn't start out positive here, of course. Ali Khan killed Steve Butler. Red text of doom. Oh, boy. All right, Von Raschke and McDaniel only get a 58 here in their match against Gibbs and Rizzo. But what are you going to do? All right, Ustinov wins with the running clothesline here. 54 overall. DJ Peterson, of course, gets the win with the second rope diving shoulder block. Let's see what his takeaways are. Inconsistency and inexperience. Okay. Not too much I can do about either of those. All right, Greg Gagne scores a 66 here, defends the World Television title. He actually got an 83 on his own. That's pretty darn good. All right, here we go. Not terrible. Scott Hall gets a 75, even though, and damn it, I clicked Colonel De Beers instead of Kurt Hennig. Oh, boy. Moving right along. 63 wins with the Crucifix Powerbomb. Of course, we know at this period of time, Scott Hall was actually using the Bulldog. So I do need to adjust that at some point. Here we go. Now we're back in action. This is what we should be getting all the time here. 87. Very nice for Larry Zbyszko. Very nice indeed. 51 for our tag match. Not very good at all. Boy, they're really taking it to us here with our enhancement matches. And how does Slaughter only get a 78 here? This is just driving me crazy. We're at risk here of taking a hit again. Wait a second. Wait one damn second here. 86 and an 80. And we get a 79. There's one takeaway. Inconsistency. The rest is bonus through the roof. 86 and an 80, and we score a 79. Here we go with another screw job. We're going to lose popularity again here, folks. Well, we increased in 17, but we still didn't gain back what we lost the last time. I'm sorry, I got to say it. This is another bullshit television score. Total bullshit. I can't believe this. How the hell does the Slaughter promo only get a 78? Come on. All right, let's go ahead and book AllStar Wrestling here and hope for the best. I am not happy at all with this. In fact, I'm getting sick of getting screwed here on these television shows. And that's the only way you could put it, is we're getting screwed. It's so inconsistent the way these are being scored. How can you plan a show when you don't know what anything's going to score? How does that main event only get a 79? That's scoring in the 90s on the circuit, and we're in the Midwest here. We're in Minnesota. How does that match score that low? All right, our opener here, which I'm certain will be a red text of doom. I can't explain this. I really can't. We're gonna rename this so we don't have to scroll down so far. Hosaka versus Bennett's gonna go 3 minutes. I mean, we're getting outstanding scores around the loop. And then we come here and we just continue to get screwed on TV tapings. And I don't understand it. If anybody has any ideas of how to improve or to make this better, let me know, because we're not doing anything different than what we did before. We weren't getting bad scores like this before. All right, we have Houdini and Mad Mountain Mike. One hell of a combination there. And I forget who they're facing. They're going to face Dukes and Jammer. And remember, everybody, I consider our AllStar Wrestling to be like our B show. Some of you are new to the channel, and you may not understand this. And if you are new and you're just watching the TV tapings here, and you're seeing how pissed I'm getting, please don't be totally, set off by this. We sometimes actually have success with these TV shows, but hey, you got to call bullshit when bullshit is bullshit, and we've been getting our fair helping of bullshit here. Also, for those of you that are new to the channel, you're probably wondering why I'm doing TV like this, and that's because it's how TV was really done. So I try to keep this as realistic as possible, and this is the way TV was done. So there's squash matches, maybe one featured match. All right, Tommy Zank gets the win here. He has not flaked out for us yet. He's doing well. We're going to have Mikey Jones versus newcomer Scott Steiner. And Scott Steiner is working out pretty well for us so far. Of course, Scott Steiner is getting the win here. Hence the term enhancement match. We are enhancing Scott Steiner. Hernandez. Jesse Hernandez is facing Sheik Adnan al-Kaissey. And for those of you wondering, I have yet to start Sheik Adnan al-Kaissey's book yet. Like I said, I was out of town. I didn't end up getting as much reading done as I thought I would. I had a lot of stuff to do around my summer place and got a little busy. And then it got really hot here. We went from like having weather like it's February to all of a sudden mid-July weather. So it was kind of brutal. All right, we have a Manny Fernandez promo here. And he is not in a formal feud with anybody, but he's still going to get some TV time. He's going to cut his promo with Eric Bischoff. And of course, Eric Bischoff is on screen. He's not rated anything. We're going to rate Fernandez on microphone. Next, we have Nacho Barrera, who is a listener of the show. Thanks again for listening, Mr. Barrera. It's a pleasure to have you with us. I hope you at some point leave us some comments. And there's Nacho Barrera. There is Manny Fernandez. No, he's not facing Manny Fernandez. He's facing Billy Robinson. You see these mistakes I make? At least I caught myself, right? So there we go. Billy Robinson's with the win. And we have an Oliver and Summers promo. And this one goes 5 minutes. And there's Doug Summers. We're going to have Eric Bischoff in there. And of course, we have to put Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty in there. And we're going to rate Rip Oliver on selling. And Doug Summers, same thing. And Jannetty and Shawn Michaels are off screen. This is going to get a really bad score, I have a feeling. But what are you going to do? The only other thing we can do here is take a look at Doug Summers, see if there's anything else better to rate him on, although it doesn't seem to matter lately. Yeah, selling's an okay one to rate him on. And here's Rip Oliver. Selling's a good thing to rate him on, too. So that's what we're going to do. And next we have Tom Bennett versus Summers. This one's going to go 3. Of course, it's going to be a TV enhancement match. There's Doug Summers with the big win over Tom Bennett, the future Tough Tom. And Bob Backlund and Jerry Lawler are going to cut a promo here together. And there's Bob Backlund. There is Jerry Lawler, and of course he's rated on microphone. And we're going to rate Bob Backlund on overness. There's young Eric Bischoff, who actually was not around yet on TV at this point. And of course, they are going to be cutting a promo on Dick Slater and Bobby Duncum. Keep their respective feuds going strong. And Duncum and Slater are off screen. Everybody else is on screen. So we're good. And then here is our main event here. And a big one. And it is Duncum and Slater versus Backlund and Lawler. This is fun to do. We haven't done a random match like this in a while. And this is how you kept feuds hot back then, everybody. And we are going to have Jerry Lawler win by disqualification. Keep that screw job finish going strong. Okay, we are maxed out on time. We're ready to go here, folks. Let's see how we do for All-Star Wrestling. Red text of doom, just like I predicted, although these two ladies did not do bad in the ring there. Not bad at all. Red text of doom there, but Dukes and Jammer get another win and continue building their team. Tommy Zank gets us a nice score, 59 for an enhancement talent match. Tom have any takeaways and consistency? Yeah. All right, Scotty Steiner looks great out there. Gets a 69. Very nice. Sheik, Adnan, al-Kaissey. This guy's a hidden gem. I'm thinking about putting the title on him. This guy is outstanding. He gets us a 70 here. And there's Manny Fernandez with a 67. It's a lot better than I thought he would do on his promo. Good for him. And Billy Robinson gets us a 70 here. Scores the win over Nacho Barrera with that double arm suplex. Very nice. A shitty promo, just like we figured would happen. 66 isn't the end of the world, but I was expecting slightly better than that. Tom Bennett is injured now. Not Tony Bennett. He's a singer. And at this point, he's in his 60s. In 87 or 88. Not good. And enhancement talent is out. Here we go again. Here we go again. Total bullshit. Lawler and Backlund are over like hell. We've seen Jerry Lawler do promos in the 90s. And they score a 70? Are you kidding me? Here we go again. When does this stop in the game? When does the screw job stop? Let's see if they screw us on the main event here, too. They don't screw us on the main event. We actually get what we're worth on the main event there. Good. Let's see if there's any takeaways. Anybody showing their age here? No, we're doing great. All right. That's a nice main event. And we increase our popularity in 6 regions. So that should help us gain back what we've lost. And I got to tell you, folks, I hate to be negative, but I'm getting sick and tired of us getting screwed over here. It's not fun. And we've dealt with our fair share of screw jobs here. All right, let's take a look and see what else is going on in the game here. And Casey's retiring. She was a great women's wrestler. Tom Bennett is injured. Steve Butler is injured. So we're going to go ahead and mark that right away so we don't use them. Wherever they may be here. There's Tom Bennett. This is why you carry lots of enhancement talents. Where's Stevie Butler here? There's Steve Butler. He's a light heavyweight. I didn't realize that. All right. They're both marked for injury. And when we come back tomorrow, we're going to be kicking off the next leg of our tour here. That starts here in St. Paul. So it's pretty exciting stuff. And we'll see you tomorrow. So if you haven't done so already, please give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and share this video with your friends. Join us on Facebook.com/groups/1987 Supermod. Join us in conversation about the Supermod. Last but not least, if you would like this mod, please go to braddrake.net, drop me a line, and I'll be more than happy to send over a copy of a link to you that'll take you to the Google Drive page where you can download not only the picture pack, but also you'll be able to download the database. So thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.